Hi everybody, and welcome back to Decorative, your lifestyle channel. Today, you guys, I'm going to show you how to make a birthday watermelon cake or a watermelon cake. It doesn't have to be a birthday cake. It can be any type of cake for any type of function that you're having. It is now spring, and so a lot of people are doing a lot of backyard functions, and so I took everything, all the fruits that I had currently in my fridge, and I'm going to use all of these things you see here, probably except for the purple cabbage or the purple broccoli. I'm sorry to say, I'm probably not going to use that, but everything else here I'm gonna use for this watermelon cake. This is my first time trying this, you guys, so bear with me. It's gonna be a lot of bloops and blunders. So if you're interested in seeing how I come out making this watermelon cake, stay tuned. So get your coffee, get your tea, get whatever you may need, and come on back so we can get right into making a watermelon cake. So these are all of the things that I'm going to use. I have these fresh organic red charred rouge leaves here, and I think that's going to bring a pretty setting with that watermelon. I'm going to put those in different little areas. We have strawberries, we have an apple, we have 2 oranges, we have 2 pineapples, we have the red sweet raisin grapes, and then we have the green seedless grapes. We have raspberry, blackberries, and we have this beautiful fruit here, you guys, that I got from my local farmer's market, and I can't remember. It's called dragon fruit. That's what it is. We have a yellow one and a red one. This yellow one, I'm not gonna lie, is almost about to go. So that's why I want to hurry up and make this so that I can go ahead and use this before he's done. And then we have 2 lemons back there. I'm gonna find a way to incorporate those. And then we also have 2 watermelons, you guys, different size. This is more of a long version of a watermelon, and the one in the back is more of a round one. So I'm going to use both of those. I'm probably going to use this one for the top, and I'm probably going to use this for height for the bottom one. So you guys, these are all the things that we need. I'm also probably going to add some liqueur to this watermelon because some people like some liqueur in their watermelon, some people don't. So you can do this at the end of this journey if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. But I think I'm going to add some little small bottles of liqueur to drip down into the watermelon itself, and so that, you know, as you slice along later on after your party or, you know, your backyard gathering, you know, you will have a little libation added to the watermelon. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to clear all this out, and then I'm going to get my watermelons and I'm going to start slicing. Okay, you guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is start clearing away some of this stuff just so that I can go ahead and cut the watermelon. Because the first thing I want to do is slice this watermelon and make sure that it is shaped exactly the way I want it to be shaped. And so the first thing I'm going to do is bring out my cleaver. I actually have about 4 knives. I'm going to use this little cheese grater that I, you know, for my charcuterie boards. I'm going to use that. I have another knife, and I have my big knife, because you're going to need to kind of cut these things and make sure that they are exactly where you want them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a clean cut down the bottom of the watermelon. This is where the watermelon will stand, and it needs to be nice, and it needs to be a nice clean cut so that it can stand up. And we can see that by doing it like that. That is the first thing you want to do. You want to make sure that your watermelon can stand. So I'm doing that first, and then I'm going to have to clear off the sides. So since I did that side, let me go ahead and I'm just going to make a nice clean cut across the middle. I do believe that this is a good size. There you go. So I think that this is a good base for the watermelon. And now I'm going to start cutting. Now I may not need this other watermelon. I may be able to do both pieces with this one. We're going to see. But first thing first, I'm going to go ahead and take off this top part. And just see if, because I'm not sure, I may not even need to cut the other one. Now you can use whatever knife you want to use. Me, I'm going to use a series of knives. Okay, so the next thing what I'm going to do is just start by cutting away. You just want to start by just cutting the sides. You want to get the skin off so that you can get down to the watermelon. And you want to make sure that you have something to work with. And don't be shy. Just go ahead and cut. Cut as much as you can, because this is the hard part, you know. The hard part is cutting the watermelon. That's the hard part. The hard part is cutting and trimming. Skinning the watermelon. That is the hard part, okay? So you want to just keep doing that. I've been wanting to make one of these forever because I always see them during the summertime, you know, around on the channels, on Instagram and TikToks and things like that. So I've been wanting to do this for a minute. And so, yeah, this is my time, honey. This is the time. This is my time. So I'm just going to keep cutting and making sure that this thing is the way I want it. I'm going to clear some of this off, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to keep cutting, and I'm going to level it off and make sure that everything is nice and leveled. Okay, so now that I've done that, you guys, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just chiseling off. You got to chisel. It's more of a chisel type thing with the watermelon. You want to make sure, I don't know if this is better to come up like that. But we got to make it round. We got to find a way. You know, I'm sure there are some knives out there that would fit with this thing really nicely. I don't know, but I'm telling you now, it's going to be a lot of juice involved. So be sure that you have a lot of towels and things on hand, because this is going to be juicy, baby. I can tell you that now. It's going to require a lot of juice. I can tell you that now. I'm looking at it and I know for a fact, to kind of get it perfectly round, I'm just chiseling away at it. This is going to take some work. And so all you people out there that you know, want to try it, make sure you're, because it's definitely going to take some work. You're going to definitely have to make sure, and I even have to clear off this top part. I'm just kind of leveling it as I see it. But I do know that there was like a little heel there. And there's some nice seeds in there, you guys. That looks really nice. But I'm just chiseling that off just to make it look flat enough. You know, it's not going to be perfect, but you want it to at least be flat enough to look like a cake. And so over here, all I'm doing is just going up and down it, just making sure that I take off all of the white parts. You want to take off all the white parts, and I may even cut it some more which is why I thought I needed 2 watermelons, because I really didn't want a lot of the white part to show, because I don't think it's cute when there's a lot of the white parts. But we're just gonna chisel it. And what I'm doing, I'm just taking my knife like this, and I'm just basically just going down the watermelon like that. You know, just chiseling off what I see. You know, just chiseling off the parts that look kind of flat. I mean bumpy, because I want it to look round. It needs to look round. And I got to make sure that it's, you know, it's not as bumpy. When you want to be artistic, you guys, it's a lot of stuff that comes with that when you're creating and you're doing things. It's a lot of tedious work to get to the end game. And you definitely have to have a lot of patience in it. But I think I'm getting this watermelon exactly where I want it. I'm going to continue to do this. And then when we come back, I'm going to have 2 perfectly round pieces of watermelon that's going to sit on top of each other like a cake. So I'll be right back. At this point, I'm going to cut out some pieces of watermelon just to start this decorating off. And you guys, you can use whatever you want, whatever type of cookie cutters you want, whatever type of designs you want. If you want to do letters, if you want to do fruits, if you want to do, there are so many things you can add to this watermelon that is just ridiculous. You can add all types of mints and leaves and cookies and things like that, just to make it your own statement. So it's all about just being creative. You treat it just like a cake and just do you. And so you guys, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to finish this watermelon, and you guys just sit back, relax, enjoy. Give me a thumbs up, share this video amongst your family and your friends and your social medias. And if you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of our family. And you guys, let's continue to make the watermelon cake. And again, happy Mother's Day to all of you. And this is Cindy, your favorite host of Decor and More with Cindy. So here I was thinking to take these beautiful green leaves with the red stripes in them. Is a beautiful vegetable or beautiful green. I got these from the farmer market, but my idea was to cut them and just make some beautiful little flowers of some sort to place in different places of the watermelon. It's only just for texture and just for looks only, not necessarily to eat. But I think I'm going to decide against it and just put some edible flowers on there, just to bring the extra texture that I'm needing. So it's strawberry time, you guys. So I'm going to bring in the strawberries to add to this watermelon. And of course, I've already pre-washed the strawberries, so no worries, you guys. So as well as my hands, just make sure you can use gloves, but just make sure your hands are clean as well, because you're touching a lot of fruit, a lot of watermelon, and this is definitely a clean hands type of thing. But I did pre-wash the strawberries, as I did all of the other fruits that you see here. I just left them in the back because I knew I was doing this video. If it was just, if I was not filming, I would have left all other fruits. It would have had them in so many different bowls here on the counter. But I'm trying to keep this counter as neat as possible while filming. So I just made sure that I washed everything and put them back in their respective containers. Now, these fruits, you can place them wherever you like. I'm using strawberries. I did go over all of the fruit at the beginning of this video. So if you're interested in what I'm using, just start the video over and you will see and recap all of the fruits here. But right now, this is strawberries I'm adding. And there's so many things that you can use. You can use toothpicks, but you also can use honey to make sure that things stick together. It's so many different things to use to make these fruits stay in place. I'm using a bit of everything, to be honest with you. It just depends on where the fruit's gonna lie that I'm going to use. The toothpicks, and then I'm going to use the honey and some of the other things. But, some of the other videos, they may use different things. So don't quote me on that, because I have seen some people, they don't use anything. They just simply place their fruits in the watermelon. But if you have to transport this item, if you're using it for yourself and it's going to remain here in your own kitchen, then you don't have to use anything. But I suggest if you transport this a watermelon cake with all the fruits, you're definitely going to have something to keep the watermelon or the fruits in place. Heart there. There's a small heart down there, oranges. And yeah, that is it, you guys. My first And then you have your little Smirnoff bottle that you put at the top, and you punch a hole in it and you let it just drizzle down into the watermelon, onto the watermelon, you guys. Yes. And just for kicks, you can always add another little bottle, and you can either put them in here on the side, punch them in if you want to, and let them soak in like that. You could put another one up top if you wanted to, or you could place one somewhere around in here and let that soak down through the bottom one. But you guys, that is it. My very first watermelon. It can be a birthday cake, or it can just be, you know, any old cake, any type of cake, you know, just for funs. And if you want to wow your party and wow your guests. All right, you guys, hit me up if you're interested. First watermelon cake by Decorative with Cindy. Put at the top, and you punch a hole in it and you let it just drizzle down into the watermelon, onto the watermelon, you guys. Yes. And just added a couple of peppermint leaves just to give it a little aroma. I added some edible flour. And it is in my fridge. Yeah.